What a victory for Jan Jorgensen. His first ever win over the world number 2, Tian in his 7th attempt, having lost the first 6 encounters with the Chinese player. Then Indonesia had something to shout about in the men's doubles, the defending champions coming through in 3 games against Kim and Kim of Korea. And as we've just seen in the women's singles, the defending champion, well, just too good. It was a good opening game, but then she really just ran away with it. Li Shuirui, beaten finalist 2 years ago, winner last year, and tomorrow she'll contest her 3rd consecutive final. So it's women's doubles up next, and it's the Olympic champions, Tian and Zhao Yunlei. And then our last match of the day, the world number 1, Lee Chong-wei of Malaysia, the 5-time winner of this event, up against Kenichi Tago of Japan. So the next of our semi-finals is women's doubles, and let's have a quick look at the destination Dubai rankings. And I can tell you that 2 of the big movers were both the Korean pairs. Both reached the semi-final of the Japan Open, and Jung Kyung-eun and Kim Ha-na went up 6 places from 14. Their compatriots went up 3 places from 9 to 6. And of course, at the top of the rankings, Matsutomo and Takahashi having won their maiden Super Series title after 4 runners-up positions. They have moved back to the top of those Destination Dubai ranking lists. So the Chinese Olympic champions, number 8 seeds here, wave to the fans as they come on to court. Well, you can see both semi-finals, China against Korea. And I can tell you, the other semi-final, as you can see, is underway on the adjoining court. And it is the Chinese unseeded combination of Ma Jin and Tang Xuanting, who are leading 22-20 the opening game there. It was very close indeed. It's very close in the second. Let's give our full concentration to number 1 court, the Olympic champions, Tian and Zhao Yunlei, number 8 seeds here. And in fact, they won't be happy that this week's world ranking, they have dropped even lower. Down 3 places this week, Chinese pair down to number 10. And when you consider they spent almost 6 months as world number 1s, well, I don't think that's a true reflection. There they are. Only 7 tournaments in the last 12 months. They've been experimenting with partnerships, who should play with who, but even so, and that world ranking to me is unrealistic. I think they're much, much better than that. Only 3 tournaments so far this year, 1 semi-final, that was the All England. Lost to their compatriots Wang Xiaoli and Yu Young, who incidentally were the number 3 seeds here, the 2-time former champions, and they withdrew before the tournament got underway. So did the number 1 seeds, Bao Yixin and Tang Xinghua. So disappointment for the fans for those 2 Chinese pairs. But they have been thrilled by this pair. And as you can see, they've been very, very efficient. But the reason they haven't played against any seeds so far, you can see their 3 matches up to now, is because the number 1 seeds, Bao Yixin and Tang Xinghua, withdrew from the competition. So to the Koreans, both tall athletes, Jung Kyung-eun on the left as we look at them, Kim Ha-na on the right, both 24 years of age. And whilst their opponents have gone down 3 places in the world ranking, they've gone up 2 places to number 7. Have been as high as 5. Their Super Series ranking, as I was telling you just a moment ago, also gone up 3 places to number 6. So this their 4th appearance here at the Indonesia Open as a pair. Best previously was a quarter-final. That was 2 years ago. And they had a tough old battle against last week's champions in the very 2nd round. The number 4 seeds, Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi, dropped the opening game before coming back in an hour and 11 minutes. Now this semi-final today will be the 4th meeting between these 2 pairs. The previous 3 have all been won by the Olympic champions. But look at that last encounter in the semi-final of the Korean Open, but it was 2.5 years ago, that Korean Open. A very, very close opening game, 24-26, 21-5, 21-13. I suppose, Morton, you have to remember at the Korean Open, as we look at our court officials, they do play with extremely slow shuttles. It'll be a different game here, different scenario.
It will, and I actually pointed it out in the men's singles, because that's the win that Chen Long had against Lee Chong-wei this year and for a long, long time. And that was at the Korean Open with very slow shuttles, and obviously that's suiting his game very well.
Yeah.
I wasn't there at the Korean Open, but I heard it, and I thought, okay, that's one of the reasons for it.
Yeah, I can assure you, you heard correctly.
Yeah. I spoke to some of the Danes, and they said, it's impossible to get it at the floor. Yes, Korean Open at times has just been survival of the fittest. And I am a very, very strong believer that the physical aspect of our sport is a very important aspect, but not when it becomes the only factor in the outcome of a match. No, because it takes the skills. When the shuttles are slow, it's obviously it's a physical battle, but it takes the skills out of the game.
Yeah. Ooh,
like
nice.
that.
Yeah. Well, good to see Kim Ha-na back to full fitness. Missed the first 2 tournaments of the year, the Korean Super Series and the Malaysian Super Series, because of injury. Now service fault called. What was that, Morton? Not
it was just played above the waist.
Okay.
It's just, you see it so often.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah, backhand smash. We saw a backhand smash in the last match, the women's singles. I said it was a rarity. Now they're all playing the backhand smashes.
All and all,
probably an overstatement here. But
She looks like the walking wounded, doesn't she? Kyung-eun. The long socks has become quite trendy, hasn't it? To
they have.
wear the calf protectors.
Service over. 3-all.
It's gone long. Now, Morton, thinking back to the Uber Cup finals, which I know we both thoroughly enjoyed. And in the final of the Uber Cup, we saw Zhao Yunlei playing with Wang Xiaoli.
Yes.
And I was very, very impressed. Now, of course, I guess the entries for this event went in before the
It was done, yes.
Uber Cup finals, but given the fact that the Olympic champions have only played 7 tournaments over the last 12 months, I wonder if we'll see much more of them.
Yeah, they're definitely scheming. We don't know what's happening, but I think you're right. When we saw that combination in India just 3 weeks ago, I must say it was devastating.
Yeah.
They had such high level.
Yeah.
That chances are that will be the combination they play for the next Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah, good smash. And given our discussion just now, Morton, one would assume that if we're talking about Zhao Yunlei perhaps teaming up with another player, that Tian must be the weak link here. Is that fair comment? Or?
That's a fair comment. That's a very fair comment.
Well, certainly the Koreans in that rally playing on her. Yeah, well played.
Yeah, I think it's very important, looking at it from a Chinese perspective, that they get a lot of attacking opportunities, but it's very important that the front player they have to go a meter back, which is 3 foot.
Yeah, a yard.
A yard.
Old-fashioned me.
Yes, a yard back. No, but what I'd say is that you very, very seldom see the two Koreans block it. So when they are in the defense, they're hardly ever blocking it. They're always lifting it, trying to move their opponents cross-court on the baseline and all that, which means that the front player never get into play if she is standing too close.
Yes.
So in my book, you've got to take that front player a yard back and then take it from there, because then interception is so much easier. You've got more chance, and obviously you've got more time as well. really think that Zhao Yunlei did the right thing there. I don't know if you noticed, but she was really crawling underneath her partner and waiting for the straight smash. Look at that. Look at it. She's standing further back. And I think she's actually doing the right thing there. Whether that is something they have discussed or whether it was just instinct, I don't know. And there, Zhao Yunlei should be very happy for her partner. Saved her from a very poor shot.
5.
5 straight points. Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, so often in women's doubles, I don't think that the front court player does enough work off the shuttle.
No.
And what you were talking about there and watching Zhao Yunlei, the way she came back much deeper in court, so she kept closer to her partner while her partner is playing one from the back. And as her partner is hitting, then she's moving forward.
Yeah.
Too often we see the players at the front of the court, in my opinion, just too static.
Yeah. But it means that the player at the back need to have what I call decent pace.
Yes.
It's got to have some power behind it, otherwise you're in trouble.
Yeah, sure. Well, at the moment, the Koreans are in trouble because they're 5 points adrift. 10 minutes of play. Lee Kwon-won, their coach.
Fourth one, 20 seconds. Fourth one, 20 seconds. Play.
Well kept in.
Yeah.
Service over. 7-11.
You know, I thought that Tian almost moved before the serve was struck. She almost seemed to be losing her balance and falling over. She's going to have to be careful there. She's got to just wait, otherwise she'll be faulted.
On many occasions, I'm not saying the umpires are getting it completely wrong, but I say on many occasions players are dropping it.
Yeah.
Taking the chance that the umpire doesn't see it. And, you know, in my book, that's really very legal in many ways because it's up to the umpire to make that decision whether you made a fault or not.
Yeah, it's the endless debate of sport, isn't it? We were talking about it the other day, taking things to the limit.
Yeah, but that's one of the areas where it's a very defined area. So it's up for the umpire to decide whether you moved or did not move before the shot was struck. So it's a very not complicated thing. And that's why I think, you know, it's okay for players to take a chance. If they make the mistake, they get faulted, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think where trouble really hits is when it becomes an ethical issue.
9-13.
Yeah.
When you're pushing the limits.
Okay, so that begs the question: what's your opinion about the footballer who dives in the penalty area with the hope that the referee is going to blow for
the penalty? That's unethical.
That's unethical, but it's okay in your book to take the risk on jumping the serve.
Yes, here, because I think it's a completely different issue. It's a set piece.
Okay.
Well, if I explain myself correctly.
We're going to have to debate this more over a cup of tea tonight, Morten.
Yeah, you're possibly right, but I don't know how I can explain it, but I think it's such a defined area and it's not that the umpire is not having a perfect look and situation. It's like, okay, there's a serve and there's the receiver, and is the receiver moving before time? Fine, it's a fault.
Yeah. So if with the server, or rather as the receiver, you think your opponent is coming too high with your serve, but the service judge isn't calling it, so it must be legal because it only becomes a fault when it is called a fault by the service judge.
Yes.
Do you, in your own mind, say, well, I'm just going to bring my serve a little higher, even so I know that I probably think it is a fault, but it's not getting called, so it must be legal?
Yes, I would think it like that. Because again, it's a set piece, and there is a specific umpire looking at this specific situation, and they make the call whether your shot is correct or not.
Yeah. It's a very, very interesting debate. I don't have the answers. I don't know where that dividing line is.
No, but I think, you know, this is not. It's not. I think the ethics from the player's point of view is taken out of the equation in these two specific areas.
Right, I do understand what you're saying, because they have a specific job, and it's not as if it's in open play, so you know,
it's hidden away or something. No, it's right in front of people. So
yeah.
I think the ethical equation is taken out.
You see, we are going to debate this more. We're going to get back to the match in a minute, but the fact is that I think it's important that the athlete doesn't do something that they think may be wrong. So if I'm saying, right, I'm going to bring my serve higher, I can't believe that most of the serves nowadays, like
very
that
high
one,
compared to what we did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think it does matter that the players, the athletes themselves in whatever sport, has that dividing line in their own minds to play fair. And it is playing fair because the service judge is saying that's not a fault.
Yep.
I see your point completely,
Yep.
but I think that we push the boundaries between
but
fair play and sportsmanship and gamesmanship because we don't have that dividing line.
Service over. 12,
It's a
17.
completely different ball game when you play at home, playing social badminton. That is a completely different ball game. But here you've got two specialized people looking at a specific situation. So,
yeah, I do take your point.
But as you say, we can have a few cup of teas on this one.
Yeah.
Service ball.
Oh, service fault called. Well, there you go.
That's what I mean.
Service
Yep.
over. 18,
So now
12.
all players will be aware of that, all four players, and they won't try and push the boundaries because they know they won't get away with it.
Yep.
Well, 3 points from the opening game.
Service over. 13, 18.
Good shot.
Very good.
I'm sitting here thinking like mad.
Service over. 19, 13.
Game points have arrived. Oh, that's nice.
Service over. 14, 20.
You're not going to sleep for worry now, are you,
No,
Martin?
I'm not. I'm really on this one here.
It's a very interesting subject, pushing the boundaries of sport. Yeah, it's a couple of drive defences there from Kim Ha-na that have found the mark. The opening game to the Olympic champions. 19 minutes to play. 21-15.
Second game, love all, play.
Oh my goodness me. Oh, what a great return of serve.
Service over, 1 love.
Yeah, it's good placement of the smash as well.
Couldn't find the shuttle.
No, Tian didn't know where the shuttle had gone. Yeah, I thought there was a clash of rackets. I think they need to change that one. It may be cracked.
Yeah,
How extraordinary. We're not looking at it now, but I can tell you that Zhao Yunlei was lying her racket down on the ground to see if it was
even
distorted or not. If there's any doubt, change it, surely.
Yeah. I'm sure she got plenty in the
Yeah.
racket bag. But one have to realise that these rackets are strung to such a high tension.
Yeah.
Love. Service over, 1-3.
It's a good return of serve by Kim Ha-na into that mid-court area. That's good play.
Yeah.
That's the mixed doubles player coming up in her.
Over, 4-1.
Yeah, she did well in the mixed doubles here, didn't she, with Kyung-eun?
Yeah, I think they lost the quarters yesterday to the Danes.
That's right, and the Danes now in the final.
Yeah. the Danes, we sadly have to say there is only one pair.
Yeah.
Joachim Fischer, Christina Petersen.
Yeah, but what a pair.
Yeah, they play well. But Denmark used to have 3 or 4 good pairs now and again.
They used to have half a good pair.
That's a long time ago.
Oh, come on, Morten. You can't crush me like that. For those of you that don't know, I used to play mixed doubles with a Dane. So
Yeah, that's true. And you actually made it to #1 in the world, didn't you?
that's right.
Yeah.
We won the Indonesian Open as well.
Oh, you're defending champion here.
Service over. 5-3.
Yeah. The squeal of delight long before the shuttle landed. And they knew it was going to go long of that back line. Chinese pair. That's good defence, isn't it? Just guiding it across court. Don't think she had many other options, though.
Service over. 6-4.
That's out. Yeah. Good call by the lines judge here.
Service over. 5-6.
Oh, service fault called.
Every
Racket
single
not
time.
pointing in a downward direction.
Service over.
Every single time you say when she's flicking,
5.
It's
or all the time, in your opinion.
98% of all players. It's all the time.
But going back to our debate of the opening game,
Yes.
it's not a fault.
Nope.
All the time. Our opinion doesn't matter. It's the opinion of the court officials that matters.
Service over. 6-7.
The anguish, the disappointment.
7-4.
That's good defense. Yeah, that's bad luck for Kyung-eun. I think she played a good rally there
8-7.
at the net, intercepting well. Well, on the last one, she as well got a little bit too close to the net.
It's a very positive rally. I was watching Zhao Yunlei in that rally, Morten, and you could just see the eagerness. You could just see the intensity.
Especially on the last shot.
Yep.
She's really bashing it, whatever you say.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah, and there you could see the
definitely going
purpose.
for full power than anything else. Yeah, that's good defense. That's even better.
Yeah, good work.
10-7.
I actually think Jung Kyung-eun played fantastic rally there. The defense, and she was playing a trick shot when she was lifting it once as well and really offsetting the Chinese. I think she really played very good rally, and unfortunately for her, her partner played that one long on the baseline. She really played a very creative rally.
Yeah. The run of points comes to an end. 5 in a row for the Olympic champions.
Yeah, Jung Kyung-eun is really, she's a workhorse.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
But I think she's a very creative workhorse. You know, watching it here, she's playing really some good tricky shots now and again.
Service over. 11-8. Interval.
So the mid-game interval with the advantage, the Chinese pair.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Play.
On a return of serve, you can't afford to do that. Zhao Yun, for a very good reason why she's Olympic champion in the mixed doubles.
Yeah. Point taken. She's really putting them away today.
Yeah.
It's full power.
It's going wide. Taking it. You like that, don't you?
Yes, I like that a lot.
Kyung-eun, creative with the overhead, as you were saying.
Yeah. It's difficult to take it all that way across as what she did there. It's long.
Service over. 14-9.
Yeah, that's a nice block. Well,
I I would challenge that
I
one.
would definitely challenge. The
Just-
arms were spread eagle from Zhao Yunlei.
Yeah.
I think the line judge looked a little hesitant to me.
Yeah, and he was helped along.
Yeah.
Just for the mere fact that, you've got to do something with your challenges, and they are in dire straits at the moment, the two Koreans. So make the use of it, see if they can upset the rhythm, send a signal saying we are not happy with this one. So, but that's water under the bridge now. I know you and I, we have done commentating on the two Koreans at previous occasions, and we sort of discussed that, it's a little bit too basic.
Yes.
What they're doing. And, I actually see signs of Jung sort of, as I say, being more creative and play more creative shots and so on. So maybe they're listening to what we're saying here, and I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also outside. It's out.
18-9.
Well, once again, there was help in the decision making.
Yeah, but I think that was further than the other one. Never to be tested. Oh, that was a flick serve not called.
2 points away for a place in the second final here at the Indonesia Open. Beaten finalists 2 years ago. Tian and Zhao Yunlei. Apologises for the good fortune.
Yeah. Chances are that we will have an all Chinese affair in the ladies' doubles.
Yeah. First time of asking 21-15, 21-9, and they booked their place in the final once again. Tomorrow they will play against Marjin and Tang Kyung-eun, the Olympic champions.
They won 22-20, 22-20 in their semi-final. It was
Wow.
close. It was
Yeah.
really close.
So both Chinese pairs safely through. And China so strong in the women's doubles discipline. 37 minutes. And number 8 seeds pick their place in tomorrow's final. 21-15, 21-9. So once again, just recapping on what's happened so far today on semi-finals day here at the BCA Indonesia Open. Started with women's singles, a victory for Ratchanok Intanon in a thrilling game. Then Lee Yong-dae and Yu Young-sung, winners last week in Tokyo, through to the final here in Jakarta. Mixed doubles, there was disappointment for the home fans as the world champions Santoi Ahmad and Liliana Nasir went down to CHN and Ma Jin. Janor Jorgensen, my goodness, what a day. He has had his first ever victory over Chen Long, the world number 3, beating the world number 2. Then it was men's doubles, and the world champions had to come from game deficit. Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setia won, but pretty convincing in that third game, 21-10. Then Li Shuirui, the Olympic champion. Well, in the second game, she was class above her opponent, but I thought it's a great move forward as far as Jindapon is concerned. Her first ever Super Series semi-final. And let's hope we see her in many more, and even in the finals day of future Super Series events. Oh, we've just witnessed the Olympic champions, Jiang Qing and Zhao Yunlei. Straight games, which means that there's just one more semi-final to come. It's the world number 1, Lee Chong-wei, against the number 4 seed, Kenichi Tago. So to the men's singles semi-final. And this is the state of the Destination Dubai rankings, which only takes into account Super Series events. There is no question who is number 1. Lee Chong-wei has played all 6 Super Series tournaments so far. He's been in 6 finals, winning 4 of them. Jan Jorgensen, after the semi-final in Japan, went up 1 place at number 3. And we'll need to get our calculators out tomorrow morning to see if he'll go even higher now that he is in the final. So there, the world number 1, Lee Chong-wei. The defending champion and 5-time winner of this event.